the forest, a group of players was fiercely fighting against a wave of monsters. At first, they were managing to hold their ground, but as time went on, the number of enemies kept increasing. Surrounded from all sides, one of the players shouted, "Run! There's no way to defeat them." But before they could react, a gigantic shadow covered the entire clearing. The players looked up, frightened. The origin of that shadow was a colossal creature, a giant monster that resembled a true forest guardian. Giving any chance to escape, the monster raised its arms and unleashed a rain of deadly thorns. In a matter of seconds, the entire group was annihilated. The players reappeared in the city with expressions of frustration and exhaustion. After being eliminated, they started complaining among themselves. "It's impossible to level up," said one of them. "We need to reach level 3 to get out of this game, but it's getting harder and harder." Another commented, "3 people in a group is too little. We need more people to face these stronger monsters." A third one shook his head and retorted, "I saw a group of 8 get completely obliterated. It didn't help at all. From what I noticed, the bigger the group, the stronger the monsters that appear." The atmosphere among the players became tense. It seemed like the game was designed to test their limits from the very beginning. Liz's group had once again been killed. Back in the city, surrounded by other players, questions began to arise. What happens if our lifespan runs out? Meanwhile, Liz, clearly irritated, grumbled, "This game is ridiculously hard." Her teammate, with a worried expression, reminded her, "We've already died 3 times. Now we have less than 10 years of life left." Lizzie remained silent for a moment before responding, eyes fixed on the ground. "I don't even know if any of this is real or not, but one thing's certain. We can't afford to die again just to find out." At that moment, Lizzie turned and went to the player leaderboard. Her eyes locked onto the top of the list. The name Shadow was glowing in first place, having already reached level 3. "3 levels?" she murmured, narrowing her eyes. Must have discovered some trick. "We need to find Shadow. I'll make an offer with real-world money, and I'm sure he won't refuse to help us." The others were left speechless. "You're going to pay all that just for in-game?" "How?" asked one of them, surprised by the amount Leah was willing to offer. Back in the forest, Feng continued eliminating all the monsters that appeared in his path. With each creature defeated, more evolution points accumulated, and he didn't hesitate to use them. At a second thought, he spent 5 points to upgrade the skill Hand of Greed, raising it from Platinum to Emerald level. After reaching 100%, "I thought that was the limit, but it seems I can go beyond." At that moment, he sensed a presence approaching, and when he looked to the side, he saw the same monster that had wiped out several hunter groups. This monster was the Master of Curses, a bronze level boss. Seeing that the boss had now also evolved to silver level after consuming a large amount of lifespan from all the players it had eliminated, Feng realized this was a chance to get a lot of loot. However, since his inventory was full, he needed to return to the city before facing it. Feng marked the location where the boss was roaming and then headed back to the city. The players in town were only talking about someone offering 10 million to player Shadow to help reach level 3. Hearing this, one female player started crying, saying, "Those who don't have money to pay a strong player for help will be stuck here forever." Suddenly, everyone in that area of the city turned their focus as Shadow simply appeared out of nowhere. Unbothered by the people around, Feng opened the system and activated the market. A circle formed around him, and some of the items for sale appeared in front, as if it really were a stall. The system left a notification for everyone to see. Player Shadow is selling items. The store will remain open for 10 minutes. People were shocked not only by the fact that Shadow appeared out of nowhere, but also that he had set up a stall. Moreover, upon checking the equipment, they saw that Shadow was also wearing bronze level items. And most impressively, he was also selling items of the same level. In his shop, he's wearing bronze gear. That here are also bronze. How did he get all this? Someone in the crowd asked why they couldn't see Shadow's face. Another guy next to him replied, "At the beginning of the game, you could activate face concealment. Since your appearance here is the same as in the real world, that just means Shadow doesn't want anyone to know who he is." At that moment, a mage appeared at the store and asked, "How much are you charging for the ice spell?" Shadow replied directly, 100 life points. He stared at the mage for a while and recognized her as Grey Rose, currently ranked 11 among the players who had leveled up the most. She was also using face concealment. Grey Rose thought the price was too high and asked, "That much for one spell? Can't you lower it a bit?" Shadow replied, "Considering this spell is extremely powerful for a mage, the price is more than fair." After understanding that Shadow wouldn't lower the price, she asked, "Do you accept real-world money?" After replying that he only accepted life points, Shadow added, "If you really want to spend real money, you can buy life points from other people and then come back here." After the response, she asked him to wait a bit. She activated the party chat function and started talking with her teammates. "Thanks, Rose," said one of them. "It was thanks to you that we managed to reach level 2. Don't worry, we'll help with the points." Another commented, "With this book, it'll be much easier to level up as a team." After everyone decided to donate their points, Grey Rose responded, "I'm really grateful. When we get out of the game, I'll pay you back with real money." Now with all 100 days, she went to Shadow's stall and bought the book. This Feng thought to himself that since Rose's group was made up only of level 2 players and they still had a lot of life points, it could only mean they had killed between 30 and 40 monsters in the forest, a considerable amount. While Grey Rose was leaving the shop, Lizzie suddenly appeared. She stopped in front of Shadow with a proud look and said, "I finally found you. You should feel lucky because I'm going to give you a chance to change your life." With a confident smile, she added, "Help me reach level 3, and when we get out of here, you'll receive 10 million. People around began whispering, "So it's true? Someone's really going to pay 10 million to Shadow? I thought it was just a rumor. Who would spend that much?" Looked carefully at the girl in front of him. As soon as he saw her face more clearly, the memory came back. It wasn't just any player, she was Yun Li. In his past life, she had been the leader of a criminal syndicate, the kind of person no one wanted to have as an enemy, and now there she was, all proud, looking at Shadow as if she were hiring an employee. "I'm the daughter of the owner of Jang Enterprises," she said with a tone of superiority. "You can rest assured, you'll get your payment." Feng didn't answer, he just remained silent, observing. In his other life, he knew exactly what she had done. Yun Li used to lure players by promising to buy their life points with real money, but when these people contacted her outside the game to receive payment, everything changed. She threatened them. She'd say that if they didn't work for her inside the game, she'd find out where they lived and kill them in their sleep. Feng stayed silent, just staring. After reflecting for a moment on who that woman really was, Feng rejected the offer without hesitation. Wei was shocked by the response. "Are you serious?" she said, trying to stay calm. "This is just a damn. We'll probably lead it at some point. And when that happens, you'll regret saying no. With that money, you could change your life." Feng stared at her. "Andreas, if you're not buying anything from the shop, move aside. You and your group are blocking the way." Her expression turned into pure contempt. Feng knew that money soon, it wouldn't mean anything. People would realize it too late. Completely irritated, Liz exploded. "I'm giving you a chance to change your life. You dared to talk to me like that in the real world. You'd regret it for the rest of your life." After hearing her threats, Feng looked at her coldly. "Say one more word, and I'll kill you until your life points reach 0. His tone left no room for doubt. Lizzie and her teammates froze for a second, stunned by the direct threat, but upon realizing he wasn't bluffing, they fled without a second thought. Right after the commotion, the shop reached the time limit and vanished. Feng opened the system and checked his current balance, 546 days of life points available for trading and purchases. And now, with an empty inventory, it was time to return and face the Master of Curses. While activating his stealth ability, Feng commented in a low voice, as if speaking only to himself, "No one here has any idea that skills can be taken to the other world using life points." He knew that the moment this information was revealed, the whole world would collapse. The rich, governments, organizations, they would all chase it at any cost.